All
How
right.
you doing?
Good. All right. We on now. So first of all, I am a fan because like you're big. You know what I'm saying? So
Stop it.
no, and so it's like, oh my gosh, like for real. And you're so dope.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, so I'm happy that you're here with me today.
Of
Um,
course, thank you for having me.
yeah. So where are you at right now? Are you in Seattle, LA? I know you get around a lot.
I'm in
Where
LA.
LA? Okay. I was
Hmm.
so I love it out there, especially living in Pacific Northwest. Sometimes it's
Hmm.
good to get down there and get some of that weather. Sure.
It's lovely. I'll say the weather is the selling point for LA.
For sure. Um, man, just let me calm down. When I was like, oh shoot, it is 2 o'clock. There she go. Let's get started.
Right. I'm on time too. I'm proud of myself.
Man, okay, like that's even better. I was like, oh shoot, here we go. Um,
Right.
but of course, I was just listening to you leading up to this, and I've been watching you for a while. You've been doing your thing and been building for a while. Like I said, you're big. That's I'm like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
she's here. Um, and so I wanted to um say first of all, I think that you're so cool. And until I saw you in person, I just saw you as, oh, she's a dope, rapper and lyricist, and
Mhm.
she can do all that. But I didn't know sometimes you be putting it down on the romantic tip, and just like, oh, really? I was like, okay, it was when I saw you and I kind of stole a picture of you when you came down to Portland to perform
Mhm.
about a year and a half ago. Karma Rivera
It
opened.
was like it was like it was like female and femme, I believe,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember correctly.
Yep, yep, yep. It was a great show, but that was my first time seeing you
Hmm.
live and hearing those like other tracks and really seeing it. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's even doper and you're funny. Like I follow you on social media. I just
I
love
be fooling. I be fooling all day.
yeah. Thank you for all of that. Like all that energy you give because it helps, man. It helps. Like even right now, going through the pandemic and whatever and getting out of
Mhm.
that, I know that you and Blinds were going on tour. We're gonna be
Mhm.
going on tour. How did this all impact that?
Oh man, COVID fucked up everything. Everything. Like when I say the timing couldn't have been more like bad. I mean, I feel like there's no good time for obviously a global pandemic, but like just in the scope of what we were like working on, it was really a struggle. So like the album Talk About It, Blinds and Eyes album, that had been pushed back for hella. Like it was supposed to come out months before it actually did. And there was, just a bunch of discrepancies. So we pushed it. We kept having to push it for different reasons. And then COVID hit. And it was one of those things where it's like, damn, we're either going to hold on to the album again. And by then, the shit will be hella dated, or we just have to kind of drop it and just, let it do what it does. So that's kind of what we had to do, which was we were happy to put it out, but it was a bummer because we couldn't do the press tour. We couldn't, go on Sway. Like we couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like there was even talks of, international tour. Obviously couldn't do that, and then we were also working on some TV show shit. Like we were literally pitching a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of COVID, there's actually around, I want to say a little bit before COVID hit. I don't know if you know, but there was like a writer strike. So like all the writers and shit in Hollywood were on
Oh,
strike.
shoot.
So
Yeah.
pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
album, we can't do press, the shows, like not only with pandemic, they're not there's no production right now, but like they're on strike as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the
Mm-hmm.
timing was just like, fuck, what we gonna do? You feel me? So like I said, we,
Yeah.
we put out the album and pushed it how we could, but it's really unfortunate because that album could have really did more than what it did had we been able to do had the whole plan behind it. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But I did see y'all got some good music out and
Hmm.
some visual,
Hmm.
I saw that. So that's good. And I guess, just grateful, I guess, for the digital age to
Facts.
put this stuff out. But it is good to, shake the people's hands. And I love seeing live performances. But
Right.
that's so even with so I do this for She Rhyme. Let me just say that She Rhyme I
Hmm.
started to support and preserve the voice of women in hip hop. I just want to give more of a stage and platform, find out how I can help for like women like you, and not
Hmm.
just rappers, but stylists, just the way to connect, whatever. It's building,
Right.
and I just started doing the monthly events as part of this, building up to a larger expo. And so that all got interrupted through this. But I was like, how much can I
Right.
keep it going? I got to keep the party going. So thankfully,
Hmm.
I can, do this pre-recorded interview with you, and it can be there forever. So
Right. Like, at least there's somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I can't physically, perform or like see the people and shit, like I do appreciate, stuff like this. Like, yeah, thank God for the digital age that, we could still do you know what I'm saying? Like, still
mhm.
content could still be out there and you could still keep your name relevant, as opposed to being able to do shows and shit like that. Cause that's kind of where I mean, obviously where you connect with people the most. Like, I have plenty of like internet friends or like fans turn friends that I've met, and it's like it kind of sucks that like can't see them now, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
the beauty. You talk to these
yeah.
people for hella, then they come to the show, then you get to place the face, and then you build a connection, and like that's kind of cut off. So like that's just hella weird to me because I'm not like a you feel like this whole thing is taking some getting used to. You feel like virtual performances and shit, like it's weird as fuck to perform on your phone with no audience. No, you feel like it's
Yeah,
just the most awkward shit ever.
yeah. Um, I wanted to ask too, because I've never got to ask you this. When
Mm,
you first got recognized for Double XL, that was back in like 2013.
something like the hell ago.
What was it like though, leading up to that point in your career? Because that's like taking it to a whole nother level,
Uh-huh.
for artists.
Right. Oh man, that was damn, I feel so old now. Like that seems it don't sound hella long ago, but when you do the math, that's mad long ago.
Mm.
But no, I mean, yeah, that shit was crazy. Like I guess I've technically been like professionally doing music since like 2011, 2012. And I put out, what was it? Queen Latifah. That was my first project in 2012, I believe. And it's just, it's one of them things where it's like, how do I put it? Like I didn't per se, like I didn't think that I was gonna be like a rapper, so to speak. Like I've always been creative. Like I was always that weird kid that like I had toys and shit like that, but I would make my own toys. Like I would cut up shit. I would cut up shoe boxes and make toy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had toys and had all the means, but like just my whole vibe is like creating something out of nothing, whether that be music, whether that be painting, whether that be building, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of my vibe. So I always knew whatever I was going to do was going to be something that I made myself. You feel me? So like something creatively. So when I kind of so I grew up in the church. So like music wasn't really a foreign thing to me. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you grew up in the church, but anybody that does, but you don't have a say so. Like
Mhm.
if the drummer's not there, you have to play the drums. Like if you
Mhm.
I was playing piano, I started playing piano at 7. So there were many, many Sundays where I had to, what I'm saying, play the piano. And then you're also in the choir, and then you're also praise dancing. So like music was always kind of, instilled in me. And then also writing. I've always, kind of been a writer, whether that be, jotting shit down, writing stories, whatever. So it kind of like all those things kind of cultivated into being, a lyricist, so to speak. So like I said, I always knew that I was going to do something like that. So it's dope when like, I'm making this music and, I'm impressing my friends and, the fans that I'm starting to build. And then, you get somebody like Double XL that like sees you and it's like, oh, okay, well shit. Yeah, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm on the right track, or I'm doing something right, because like
Yeah.
Double XL cover, what I'm saying, covers, yeah, like it's just, yeah, it
And you
was it
still
was dope.
going, and you still going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like you're big. Like this is awesome that I got you, because to get to talk with you and learn more about you, even though this is gonna play and everybody's gonna get to see it, but I'm grateful for this opportunity with you.
Absolutely.
I wanted to know, because I know a lot of the artists are doing this now. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have your own strain in yet at a dispensary?
Girl. You would think I would be out here like Dizzy Wright or Wiz Khalifa. You would really think that. But man, that's a whole nother thing. Cause so I when I started working in the weed field when it was medical back in Seattle, I used to work at the spot called the PDA Lounge in Pioneer in Belltown. And that was back when it was like the wild, wild west. Like literally there was no rules, regulations. Like it was lit. Like it was so lit to where it was like every day I came to work, like I just feel like every day I came to work, it could be the last day because it was so popping. Like this can't last. You feel me? Like we're really getting money out here and like just doing whatever. But at the same time, it was really dope because it was medical. You know what I'm saying? You would obviously get like the regulars and people that just want like good ass weed. But for the most part, like it was really like life changing because like these are majority of our people are like people with, you know, like serious illnesses. So we had plenty of terminally ill patients, you know, people with lupus, sickle cell, like whatever. There was one lady that came in and she was like, she got struck by lightning like 3 different times. And I was like, I didn't even know that is even possible. She got struck by lightning 3 different times. And like this certain weed strain that we sold was like the only one that could like help her, you know what I'm saying? Like just shit like that. And people would come and see us for months and then we wouldn't see him again. And then, you know, somebody would come in or we'd hear like, oh yeah, they passed away. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was a dope job, but then that turned into, you know, then the laws changed and it turned to recreational. And then I started working in that. And then that's just when I had seen like the whole, like, the weed game is really just run by white dudes. That's all it is. Like it's literally just rich ass white dudes. You feel me? That own all the weed shit. And it's just like it's just so fucked up to see. Like, you know, I personally know niggas that are in jail for weed shit still. And like this nigga got, you know, 8-9 locations selling weed all over the city. Like it's just hella fucked up. And then just there's the politics behind weed are like almost similar to the rap game. You feel me? Like there's hella politics behind the weed.
Yeah.
So like there's been hella, I say that to say like there's been hella opportunities and talks and like there was even a point where I thought it was really finna happen. Like that, like this company or this not company, but this grower that I was working with was actually growing my strain, and you know I was seeing it grow and shit like that. And then there was like a falling out between the grower and you know who he's growing for, so it kind of came to a halt. So like shit like that just happens all the time. So I've never gotten to the point where like I actually could put my name on it and like put the shit out there. Like it's always almost happened, and then some fuck shit happened. I'm like,
I feel you.
When it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. You feel me? Because it has to be the right way. It has to, you know, like I'm known for plenty things, but like, you know what I'm saying, weed is definitely one of those things. So when I have a strain, like it's gotta be right. It's gotta be with the right people. It's gotta be the right.
Your albums. I like the artwork that you choose for them.
Thank you.
No, seriously. Of course, just before this, I had to really listen and really brush up before we got in here. But you know, like man, it's so good. I be wanting to know as a fan and also as an artist too. You know, I be wanting to know people's process. Well, you said you came from the church, so that I feel like musically, even though I don't know what denomination or whatever, but I feel like musically I kind of understand you because you kind of have some stuff. The beats that you choose, your beat selection, stuff's kind of sound jazzy and soulful. You know, that's why it's easy to like get into a groove when you listen to it. And then I love your voice, you know, and the cadences that you choose. And so I like that. But what's your process? Do you usually write first, or do you sit with the music first, or like what is it, a mix of it all?
Man, my process has changed so much through the years. Like before I really didn't have a process. It was more of kind of out of, I would say for lack of better words, like brokenness, you feel me? Like I just didn't have the money to like, you know, book a studio session and then sit in there and then write it. Like that takes a lot of time. Like most studio, you know, you paying like $50 an hour. If it's going to take you 6 hours to make the beat and the song, like that's hella money. You feel me? So my process was more so before I even had producers or anything like that, it was either like, you know, go on YouTube, find some beats or something and, you know, write the beat, get the beat, you know, write the song. And then once I had the song down, then I go to the studio. So then I only have to be there for an hour or two because, you know, I know the song like that. And then I'm in and out. You feel me? Yeah. But, you know, as I growing as an artist and just trying different ways, and then also collaborating with people. So you know, being in a group with Blimes was major. Like it changed my whole writing style, because literally before I was a write at home person. Like I would write all my shit at home and then I would come to the studio. Even if I had the money to, you know, pay for the session, it was more I would rather do it at home and then I'll come in here when I'm really like prepared. You feel me? But you know, being with Blimes, it turned into we would be in the studio, and then the producer, either we would come up, we would kind of all co-produce the beat, and then right as the beat is getting built, or you know, we go through beats, find the beat, and then we write it there. So like it definitely changed my perspective, or my, you know, my skill set, to be able to like actually sit in the studio and then be able to write it in a timely fashion. You feel me? Like kind of got to get it out quick so we can record it and it be done. So that really helped a lot, especially like, you know, thinking a lot quicker. Cause I before it was very much me, like it could take me, it really just all varies. You feel me? Like as an artist, you know, sometimes it'll take you like days, weeks, months to write one fucking song. And then other days you hear the beat and then in like 15 minutes, you got, you know, you got a whole entire song.
All that, like, everything you saying right now, I feel that.
Really, like it all just depends. So now I'm to the point, you know, in my creative process where now I much rather build the beat with the producer in the studio, because then it's all, you feel me, like there's no like missing parts, like, or like you're involved completely in the whole thing. Like there's, you know, you usually get the beat and it's like you weren't there for the beat, and like there might be some things that you want to change, and maybe you don't want to like tell the producer that like, hey, can you change, you know what I'm saying? Like I would rather be there. Let's make the beat, you know, you started off, I'm gonna add my ideas to it. While you're doing that, I'm gonna be writing to it, and by the time the beat is done, we already got a song. So that's kind of how I do now, which has been like, I'm able to really pump them out now, which is great, because I'm a long-winded nigga. Like I said, I like to kind of sit with my shit. If I can, I still do, but like if I need to pump it out, I can.
Yeah, but you be going in on the lyrics, though. That's another thing. When you really listen to somebody, not just, oh, let me pop this in, but when I be really listening, and I think maybe that's because I'm a writer too, you know. It's a lot in there, and I was like, dang, she deep. Like on top of it all, like you cool, you lyrical, you fun, but you deep too. And so it's like, oh my gosh, you know. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Many levels.
Yeah, many levels. You do a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being out here. I want people to understand how round and sound, that's my term I've been saying lately, round and sound.
I like that.
The female rap artist is, because you know, still, and like always, I feel like mainstream, you know, they push a certain image because it helps with commercial things and all of that. And I feel like sometimes we don't have like a round sound picture of what all a rap artist could be, or a woman in any aspect of hip hop or any other country. So that's why it's important to me to have you here, especially coming up out of the Pacific Northwest, you know, and I'm repping Portland. And I seen you did a song with one of our hot ones, Mike Capes, you know.
Oh, that's my brother.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you know. And listening to some of your tracks, some of it that you collaborated with. My first and only time hearing them was with you. So I wanted to know, are most of the people that you collaborate with from like the Seattle area, or you know, how you connect with people that you collaborate with besides like Blimes or Mike Capes?
Man, I'm glad you asked. No one's really asked me that question, because I think it's easy to assume that I'm like I just don't really like to feature with niggas. Like, it's no disrespect, you know, you feel me? Like, it's just very much me. You feel me? Like I started music and like writing as like an outlet. You feel me? Like as a way to express myself, and like, you know, I've always been my own therapist. Like I don't really suggest that. I think everybody should get therapy, but you know what I'm saying? If you got a mind like mine, like nigga, only you can talk to you. Like I know what the fuck going on. I just got to sit with myself for a minute and we got to figure it out together. But yeah, music was always an outlet for me. So it never really occurred to me to make music with other people. You feel me? Like features and shit is dope, but it was like, you know, starting out, of course I did some features with homies and shit, but that's what it was. Like, I'll get on your song. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't really like register to me to get other people on my songs, because it was like, this is my song. Like, I wrote this. Like, these are my feelings. How can I have somebody else hop on a song and they're not feeling how I'm feeling? You feel me?
Yeah.
So that just came with building relationships, you know what I'm saying, with other artists and friends that are artists, and I only like to feature with people that I fuck with. Like, there might be some sprinkles in there where, respectfully, like, it was a job. Like, you wanted to pay me money, I needed the money, so I did it. Like, I didn't really, some I'm like, these are good songs, and some of those featured artists we became friends with, and then others were just like, man, if I could have taken that shit back, I would have, because like I really needed that money then. But like, damn, I didn't really want to do it. But like, yeah, I can only, because like every song, like it's just deeper to me. Like, this is really my passion. Like, it's way deeper than just
it was important for me to ask, just because, like, as I'm listening, like, I recognize your voice because, I listen to you, but as I'm listening, I'm hearing like a song, I have to find myself like, oh, who is that she got on here? And I was like, always like, wow, not because I hadn't heard of the other people, most of the time. And so it's like, I would have to check my phone, like, oh, who she got on here, and I was like, wow, this is dope.
And that's what I like, because when I feature somebody, like I said, I gotta fuck with them. Like, more often, especially if it's my music, these is my niggas. You feel me? This is somebody I fuck with. So like, not only they're my niggas, and I would put them on my shit, or vice versa anyway, but like, I really fuck with you, and I think you're hella filthy. So like, I think you're hella filthy, so let me put you on the song, because hella people are gonna fuck with you. And then it turns into something like this, where it's like, I didn't even know who this person was. I fuck with you, they was dope on your song, now I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I like. Like, I just, if I'm a feature with somebody, or we do any type of collab, like, I gotta fuck with you, and then we gotta do it together. Like, the email shit is kind of out. Like, who's doing, like, don't email me your voice, your verse, my nigga. Like, if you can't come to the session, or we link up, because I have to feel your vibe. If I don't like you, there's no amount of money in the world, or no opportunity that's gonna make me work with somebody that I don't like, because that be the song that blows up. You feel me? Like, that be the song that blows up, and I gotta tour with you and be everywhere with you. I don't even fuck with this nigga. So it's like, I would rather just cut that shit out. If I fuck with you, we can work. You feel me? If I don't fuck with you,
man. And
like, love to you, that's what's up. Like, I hope you succeed, but like, you can't sit at my table, bro.
And right now you like 4 or 5 albums in.
I think like 6 with the, I think like 6 or 7, but two of them are chopped and screwed versions of the other, but I still count those. I bet, man, I'm so proud about those. Like, oh my God. Like, to have your shit chopped and screwed by DJ Michael Watson, and that's like, that like really became like, that's like family, you feel me? And like, I grew up I spent some years in Oklahoma. Like, a lot of my mom's side of the family is from Texas and Oklahoma. And that's when I first heard Chopped and Screwed. And when I was little, I didn't really get it. I'm just like, why the fuck would you slow this fucking song that like, I didn't get it. And then as I got older, I'm saying, I'm smoking, you feel me? Then I'm hearing other songs that like, ooh, you slow this down. This is way more filthier than the regular version. Like, if I ever make, like, I need that. And then, I'm saying, me, Mike Watson and I linked, and then, we just had a connection, and then I asked him, could he, chop my shit, and he did. And then I was like, I'm gonna make this a every time thing. So I'm definitely still gonna get cause and effect, chopped and screwed, and whatever, any project I put out, I gotta have
I'm gonna have to listen to the chopped and screwed version now. So
do that. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah, it's been a while. I had a homeboy some years ago put me up on that too, out of Houston. He also told me about the cricket letters at that time. That's the group that David Banner is from. But I need to hear yours. I want to, because I know that your voice sounds very icy on it,
Yeah, and them smooth ass beats, you feel me? You got that saxophone and shit, and it's just slowed down. Like, ooh, it is so different. It is so different.
I'm gonna definitely check that out.
Please do.
So, are you? Because this pandemic, we don't know when it's gonna open all the way. I know there have been some like clubs around and the country opening up, and they've been having like performances and whatnot. But you said they had the writers strike and they were working on the television show. Is that something that you guys are still going to pick up?
Low key, the strike just ended like a couple days ago, if not like last week. So we're definitely back, back trying to get that shit popping. Yeah, TV is kind of where it's at. I mean, like TV as far as like, the show writing and shit like that, and also like syncs. You feel me? Like we Blimes and I have been going heavy on the syncs right now, because yeah, there's no, you feel me, like the performing bag is gone, the merch bag is gone, like all like the artist like means of income is just, you feel me, gone. And honestly, like syncs and shit like that is like really where the bag is in the music industry anyway, you feel me? So
okay,
that's the hope. Them is them ones like all you need is one. Once you get that one, you feel me, then the shit starts coming in. So
shoot, I be trying things out right now. I don't know if you've seen the other interviews, but my scenery is different. Actually have to pull J. Cole and the sister up out the trunk, and I'm at the real estate office right now.
say that.
Trying to make it happen. Like you said, that industry, the entertainment industry dried up a little bit, but
yeah,
we keeping it lit the best way we know how.
I mean, we're the, you feel me, like we are the culture. So like it's literally up to us to tell everybody else what we finna do. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
yes, man. Yeah.
we're the ones.
Yes, man. Oh man. I'm happy that you are with me here today. I want to know, is there anything else that you want to tell? Give us all your links and everything. I follow you, Gifted Gab, on Twitter and on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep, Twitter, Instagram, really all the social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all Gifted Gab, whether Gifted Gab or Gifted_Gab. Same thing for all the streaming services, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, whatever. It's all Gifted Gab. You can also look up Blimes and Gab, for shit with me and Blimes. Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm working on my solo project right now. The last project, I put out was Cause and Effect in 2019. So it feels like 1,000 years ago since I put out some shit of my own thoughts. So I'm working on that right now. And yeah, it seems like niggas is stagnant because the world is on still, but niggas is working.
Yeah, I can't wait. I know once we bust out of here, it's gonna be some incredible stuff.
Really?
I know for you, I just want to say this in case you feel, I don't know how you feel because you are still working. But when you're like, dang, the Everlife sales seems like a long time ago. But like, man, you doing it. And it's like, this is
Thank you.
amazing. Like you're like a real star and a real artist. And like
thank you.
Like
that's very flat. That's very flattering.
I mean,
because I feel like a regular nigga.
I know. That's why I'm telling you this. But that's what makes it even more sweeter. It's like, you're just so dope to me. And so
thank you.
I appreciate you.
Likewise.
I love I love the art. I love artists. I just love the realness of it all. And I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
And,
this was dope. And thank you for not asking me the same dumb questions. Like I really appreciate when, I'm saying, I get an interview and, you ask questions that obviously you want to know and some shit that you clearly heard before. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Shoot,
yes, this was very enjoyable. I had a good time.
Yeah. It was also important for me to talk about how your music gets romantical. So, because
I'm a Pisces, so I'm mad sentimental. You feel me? Like I can get there.
Okay, I can see that. All right, now I understand. But good grooves. Everybody that's going to be watching this, y'all on YouTube or off the website, make sure that you listen to Gifted Gab on all the platforms. Catch her out on the show whenever she comes back. If you don't already know. You're very late if you don't already know.
It's better late than never,
Yes. So thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and